the receptors are the things that take that molecule on and then send it forward. All caffeine does is block those. So what happens is caffeine blocks your adenosine receptors, making you feel more alert and awake and all the rest until it wears off. Then you get flooded with the adenosine that's built up over the day. That's why people talk about having, a bit of a crash in the afternoon if they have a coffee and that sort of thing. It has a half-life of 3 to 5 hours, like sometimes 6. Half-life essentially means how long it takes before your body has half of that amount still circulating in your system. So as you can imagine, let's go with 5 hours, okay? You have a coffee at 9 a.m. when you get to work. 10, 11, 12, 1, 2 p.m., you still have half of that coffee circulating in your system, the caffeine. In a regular cup of coffee, there's about 80 to 120 milligrams of caffeine, depending on how strong it is and all that sort of stuff, but that's kind of the average. So let's call it 100 milligrams for easy math. 100 milligrams of caffeine, 5-hour half-life. By 2 p.m., you've still got 50 milligrams of caffeine circulating in your system. So that rolls around, and then you say, might have another one. You put it on top of that, and then there's another half-life expected after that too. So for simple maths, because I don't want to work it out right now, but if you had a coffee at 2 o'clock in the afternoon and there was a 5-hour half-life on it, we've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 p.m. You've still got, easy maths, 50 milligrams of caffeine circulating in your system at 7 p.m. If you've had one earlier in the day, you just double that half-life as well. So there's still a little bit in there from that morning one as well. This is why I recommend that if people are having difficulty getting to sleep at night, review your caffeine intake from the day. So if you're someone who has caffeine in the afternoon, you might be better off having it way earlier in the day or just cutting out the afternoon stuff altogether if it's keeping you up at night trying to get to sleep. Tolerance and withdrawal. So firstly, tolerance, obviously it's going to build up. If you have, you started off with one coffee and you felt great, you've now built to 2, 3. I know of people that will have like 3 or 4 very strong coffees a day. That's pretty normal, right? Tolerance, I don't mean normal in like everyone has 4 coffees. Normal, like tolerance will build up, okay? Withdrawal, in a positive sense, caffeine's actually one of the easiest drugs to wean yourself off. So you're looking at about 3 days of feeling pretty crap. You might have a headache and that sort of thing, depending on what your tolerance is like. But headache, maybe some nausea, things like that. It's pretty gross, but it's actually quite quick to sort of, wean yourself off. So point is, if you're someone who, and I know there's lots of science out there at the moment that's like, don't have caffeine, unless you've been awake for 90 minutes and things like that. And that's fine if you want to do that. If you're like me and you can't wait that long, great. But also, if you're having it too late in the day, or you notice that you're having a spike in especially physiological anxiety symptoms after having coffee, then do a bit of a review and just sort of see where it's all at.